Welcome back to the TV Ramble for Thursday, January 15th. I didn't do one yesterday. A lot was going on, so now I'm doing one today. Let's look at the overnights from last night. Fox was number one, total viewers with 10.5 million viewers, followed by CBS with 9.1 million viewers. Then NBC with 6.7 million viewers. Then ABC finishing in fourth with 6.2 million viewers. Looking at the 18 to 49-year-old age group, you had Fox at 10, followed by CBS, followed by ABC with 6 million viewers, then CBS with 5, and NBC finishing up in with 4 million viewers. So, pretty good night of TV. Again, Empire, after making his debut on Fox, went up from 10 million viewers, went up to 10.3 million viewers last night, winning the night handedly. American Idol kind of slipped a little bit again, second week of the show, and you know, American Idol's kind of again getting long in the tooth, but still, I think they got the right chemistry. But getting back to Empire, as I said as many times, I think Fox should really take good care of the show. Don't for, don't premiere it during the fall season. I think wait till around January, like most of these shows, and give it enough of an audience, let people kind of get their anticipation, build for it as they get into mid-season. Give it one of those shows that people are talking about, which they are, one of the water cooler shows, kind of like they did with 24, which is one of many shows that Fox put out that was a huge success for them. So I would be treat the show with sort of with kid gloves. They have a hit on their hands right now. Again, the genius behind with Danny Strong, Lee Daniels, the writing, and of course the actors, the supporting actors from Gabrielle Sidibe, Malik Yoba, and of course the two leads of the show, Terrence Howard and Taraji P Henson. So they got something really going there. So good for Fox, and way to go for Empire. Also, as I mentioned, American Idol. As I said, a little bit long in the tooth. It's kind of their numbers are going to slip a little bit, but once the auditions get through, and then once you get into the competition, things will kind of go back to being steady. Is it going to be back to where it was before? No, it's not. It's that's bridge has been sailed. So, but I think that again they have the right chemistry with Jennifer Lopez and Keith Urban and Harry Connick Jr. and Ryan Seacrest, all on that show. So kudos to them. Also, looking at all some of the TV news, getting back to some of the bowl games, the final numbers came out: 34.1 million viewers for the college football national championship game, beating every cable record ever. It's second only to the Texas USC game that was on ABC. I think ESPN now has established itself as the premier and number one cable network. Huge numbers. I mean, what can you say? The production was excellent. The coverage was good. The announcers Fowler and Chris Fowler and Kurt Herbstreit, great job. A lot of drama. First time ever a national championship game in a playoff. So it beat. I think the only game that it beat NFL wise was the Panthers, and um, this past weekend was the Panthers and Seattle game that aired Saturday night. But outside of that, every other NFL game topped it. But still, for college football, which right now ESPN pretty much dominates, this is a win-win for everybody. So, like I said, hopefully next year when the semifinals are going to be on New Year's Eve, not New Year's Day, and the game will be played at the Fiesta Bowl out in Phoenix, Arizona, University Phoenix Stadium, where host the site of the game. And I believe the Peach Bowl as well as the Orange Bowl, I believe, will be the two sites for the semifinals, and both games will be on New Year's Eve, so New Year's Eve day or night, whatever. So, and of course, people are concerned that the viewership not going to be the same as it was for New Year's Day. I say that it will be because it is. We're talking about the playoffs, semifinals of college football, and I'm sure people will hold off their New Year's Eve engagements or whatever they're doing to sit and watch a couple of two football games back to back, and then go out, get ripped, and do whatever they want to do. So again, huge success for ESPN on that. Also, going on TV wise, let's see. Of course, the nominations came out today for the Academy Awards. Couple of snubs there, but getting back, but enough of the films. I'm not talking about films. I'm talking about TV. Nominations were out. Of course, all the networks, broke in and aired the nominations this morning. We'll see. We'll see what the telecast come February 22nd. Of course, on ABC. Of course, Neil Patrick Harris will be the host of that show, and I'm looking forward to see how he does as a host. Last year Ellen, well, I thought did a very good job as her second time hosting the show, and of course this is Neil's first. So we see, of course, Neil has hosted the Emmys before, and also he's hosted the Tony Awards before. Both of those telecasts were on CBS. So we'll see how he does and how he sort of interplays or interacts with the audience and some of the celebrities out there with his style and humor, and he might probably do a couple of song and dance numbers. Who knows what he'll do? So it's a good show. It is, outside of sports, it is the most watched program, non-sports program, on television every year. It does about close to 35, between 35 maybe 40 million viewers every year. So of course the highest rated Oscar telecast was in 1998, which did about 55 million viewers, and that was that was the year of the Titanic and Mr. James Cameron and his epic trilogy. So that's pretty much it, really. I mean, nothing else really TV wise going on. Everything's the same old, same old. We'll have some more stuff coming up in the coming weeks. Of course, coming up tomorrow, I'll have another blog. And of course, this weekend, you have some of the NFL playoff games, the last two games before the Super Bowl. The championship games on one, of course, on Fox between Seattle and Green Bay. CBS will have the late slot between New England and Indianapolis, and whatever TV news we have coming up. So that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching the TV Ramble, and keep watching TV.